Hello, how are you? Our lesson from Unit 3, Lesson 4. It's about the area of a rhombus in terms of its diagonal length. At first, the area of rhombus knowing the length of its sides and its height. We know that the rhombus is a parallelogram, so its area equals length of base L times the corresponding height h. We have here the base L, or here the base L, and we have two heights, this height and this height. And we can note that the sides of rhombus are equal in length, also the two heights are equal. Then we can say that the area of rhombus equals the side length times height, and we can say it in the simplest form like A for area equals L for length of base times h for corresponding height. For example, a rhombus whose side length is 5 centimeters and its height is 3 centimeters. Find the area. We know that the area of rhombus equals L times h, and L here the side length is 5 centimeters and h for the height equals 3 centimeters. So the area will be 5 times 3 equals 15 centimeter square. Note that if we need to find the area of rhombus, so we'll multiply L times h. L for base length times h for height. But if we need the height, we'll divide it area divided by length. And if we need the length, so we'll divide it the area divided by the height. For example, the perimeter of rhombus is 20 centimeters and its height is 4 centimeters. Find its area. We have here the perimeter is 20 centimeters and the height here is 4 centimeters. We need to find the area. To find the area, we know that the area of rhombus equals base length times height. At first, we have to find the base length. So we'll divide it 20 divided by 4. Why 20 divided by 4? Because the rhombus has 4 equal sides. So to find the side length, we'll divide it by 4. The perimeter of rhombus equals side length times 4. Then the side length will be the perimeter divided by 4. 20 divided by 4 equals 5 centimeters. Now we can find the area of rhombus equals side length times height. The side length here is 5 centimeters and the height here is 4 centimeters. So 5 times 4 equals 20 centimeters square. Example number 2. The side length of rhombus is 5 centimeters and its area is 45 centimeters square. Find the height. We know that the height equals area divided by side length. So area here is 45 centimeters square. So 45 divided by the side length here is 5. 45 divided by 5 equals 9 centimeters. Second, the area of rhombus knowing the length of its two diagonals. You know that the two diagonals of rhombus are perpendicular and bisect each other. So we can say that the area of rhombus equals half the product of the length of the two diagonals. Or we can say it in simplest form like A for the area equals half times D1 times D2, D for diagonal. For example, a rhombus whose diagonal lengths are 8 centimeters and 6 centimeters. Find the area. We know that the area of rhombus knowing the length of its diagonals equals half times d1 times d2. It will be half times 8 times 6. Half 8 here is 4, so 4 times 6 equals 24 centimeters square. Or we can say it in another way. Half times 8 times 6, it equals half times 8 times 6 equals 48. Half 48 equals 24 centimeters square. We can say if we need the area of rhombus, we will multiply half times d1 times d2. But if we need the d1 diagonal, we'll divide it area divided by half times d2. If we need d2 diagonal number 2, we'll divide it area divided by half times d1. For example, find the area of each of the following rhombus. We know that the rhombus equals side length times height, and side length here is 6 centimeters and the height here is 4 centimeters. So the area of rhombus equals side length times height. It will be 6 times 4 equals 24 centimeters square. The area of rhombus here equals side length here is 10 centimeters times height here is 7 centimeters. So we can say the area of rhombus equals side length times height. Side length here is 10. 10 times 7 equals 70 centimeters square. The area of rhombus equals, we know that here two diagonals, one is 12 centimeters and the other one is 18 centimeters. The area of rhombus equals half times d1 times d2. It will be half times 12 times 18. Half times 18 equals 9. 9 times 12 equals 108 centimeters square. Another example, this side length is 4 centimeters, so the all diagonal here will be 8 centimeters, and this side length is 3 centimeters, so the all diagonal will be 6 centimeters. To find the area, it will be half times the product of its diagonal length. It will be half times 8 times 6. Half 8 is 4, so 4 times 6 equals 24 centimeters square. Which is greater in area? A triangle which has a side length 25 centimeters and the corresponding height to the side is 6 centimeters, or a rhombus whose length of diagonals equals 8 centimeters and 15 centimeters. To answer this question, the area of a triangle, and we know that the area of a triangle have the base length times height, and the base length here is 25 centimeters and the height here is 6 centimeters. It will be half times 25 times 6. Half 6 here is 3. 3 times 25 equals 75 centimeters square. Then we have to find the area of the rhombus, and the area of the rhombus, knowing the length of its diagonals, it will be half times d1 times d2. It will be half times 8 times 15. Half 8 is 4. 4 times 15 equals 60 centimeters square. So the area of a triangle is 75 centimeters square and the area of rhombus is 60 centimeters square. So the area of a triangle is greater than the area of the rhombus. It's the end of our lesson. Thank you for listening and see you. Bye.